often, it was always brought to my attention. I don't know the difference. What's the difference between a snake and a serpent? You gotta beware of both them mugs. Listen, the snake can do you just as quickly as the serpent. Quickly. Quickly. There's no discrimination between the snake and the serpent. Because, see, the snake and the serpent both know what they are. You the only one trying to differentiate. See, here's the news that you don't really understand and probably don't get the gist of. The serpents are a race of people that was going back to the beginning of time. Serpents used to walk on 2 feet like humans, but they was reptilian in skin. They tongues like reptiles. Those were called serpents. Then they were cursed and said they would forever have the sliver on their bellies. And because of this, all the serpents became snakes. Right? So they're all the same. So the slick, conniving, cunning serpent will turn you against your own brother, turn you against your own family, turn you against your own people who ain't never did nothing to you in your life. I've seen it. They will do it. So don't ever believe that a serpent and a snake is different. They're the same. And they'll do you the same way. Now, a serpent may not look like anybody you've ever seen before. They might be in a different format. They might be in a different mood. But they're serpents. They're plotting. And they control the other snakes to come around and do their bidding. They might look just like you. They ain't like you. They're snakes. It's a pool of them. All they want to do is delude you. All they want to do is screw you over. To make you fall. You were too high on grace. Fashion. They had to show you don't belong. They have to show you this is not for you. The serpent has to come in and show you why he is the serpent. Just like the old saying goes with the snake. When the man finds a snake dying on the road, he takes it home and heals it and treat it and everything else and went straight, and the snake gets back to 100%. He bites the owner, and the owner's laying there dying and shaking like, why? And the snake turns and looks at him and says, oh, don't give me that look. You knew I was a snake when you found me. And that's the gist of the story. You knew that was a snake when you found it. The snake isn't going to do anything different than what it's supposed to do. That's what a snake is supposed to do. Serpents the same way. So now you understand the picture. Now you understand the gist of it. Now you get the message. Now you started to see the bigger picture. and the scope of things. So what you have to do is realize for you and yourself and your family and whatever it is in life that motivates you to keep moving forward. You want to make sure that you are the one that's in control. Because the moment you're not in control, that's when everything goes against you. That's when you see, you start to see people lean in a certain way. You start seeing betrayal. People start to smile in your face, but plot behind your back. Oh, it happens. And it happens very frequently. So what you have to do is be very careful on who you friend. Be very careful who you let in your circle, because that serpent can bring snakes. The serpent is the master of ceremony over the other snakes. He's the mastermind. He controls the other snakes. They just slither around him. So they're all snakes. Just big snakes, little snakes. All got their own closure system. One is more poisonous than the other. You just have to realize which one is more poisonous to you and which one you could not be around. If you say all of them, great. Then you try to live a life the detox of snakes and serpents. That's what I tried to do my whole life. So I get it, you know. Some people might not get it, but I get it. This dude's a fool. You don't realize there's 2 train tracks there. You can't just assume one train just went by. This guy's a moron. This is the street where my life changed up. One car died right there. Well, things get expensive. You have different personnel of people. You have different resumes, different character arcs. You have different, personalities come in, and these guys have motivations that are self-serving instead of the team. You have to pay attention to that, because the more you ignore it, the more it becomes a bigger problem down the road. And then the people that you're protecting becomes the victims. But the signs were there all along. You just didn't pay attention to them. You ignored them. So if you choose to ignore these signs, they elevate and become more of a problem down the road. They're not the first, the second, third, or the last. They're just the next. Well, so many people that they don't care who they hurt in life, They hurt somebody in life, they just don't care. So I've often been different. I've been a person who always knew who he was, what he represented, what he brought to the table, and stood on business. As what you young guys say today, right? Standing on business. I always stood on business. When it came to representing what's true and what's not. So That's the difference. That's because I grew up in a house of principles. So when you grow up in a house of principles, you know, people can tell the original article from a fake. And when you pretend to be something that you're not, eventually you're going to get caught in a rapture. You're going to get caught in a raft. And what I don't like is people trying to dictate to me what I am or who I am. You know what you are, because you live by it every damn day of your life. And I don't have to lie about it to anybody. Like most of you guys see a lot of me throughout your day. So it's nothing alien about it. You know, it is what it is. I've tried to be bipartial to a lot of the things that happen, but it's hard to be bipartial when you see injustice on the scenes. Hard to be bipartial when you stand by and you see other guys start making, innuendos about your love life, your standards, your character as a man, and then these serpents and snakes come into your wheelhouse and try to take you apart because that's what they know. Deception. Yep, never switched up, buddy. Because I am what I say I am. Got the old Mercedes right here. Remember they say I didn't have my Mercedes? I got one Mercedes, two Mercedes, you know, both in the garage. I didn't have to sell my car like this other fool said I did. Lies. Lies. All lies.
Everything goes. Everything goes. Except that chair.
You're keeping that chair?
That radio chair? Yes, I am.
Serpents and snakes. Because the thing is when you start dealing with serpents and snakes, they come with the lies, the deceit, everything. So you got to be prepared to deal with the lies and deceit.
Yeah.
The serpent is the one that's always in control, the one that's in charge. Right? That's how it works. That serpent comes in the room, weasels in, and he masterminds it so his other snakes and minions can come in and do his bidding. But it's up to you to recognize them and see them for what they all are, snakes. And as long as you cut the head off the snakes, they can't harm you. So keep it moving, keep it positive, keep your energy golden, and then you'll be golden. You will have triumph and joy. Life is a journey. Some journeys are tainted with obstacles and a rough terrain and a rough road. Some have it very easy, so they don't understand what it's like. And then others, well, it's a little different for them. So, anyway, don't forget, it's your boy Carcino. Love, peace, and hair grease. I'm out.